Alright, how's it going? Welcome to my Week 5 battle versus Cprime. I'm recording this after the fact because I was way too nervous, as you'll see in the battle here. But I just wanted to quickly go over the sets I brought, why I brought them. So first we have Clodsire. It's a fully Spadef black sludge set. This is to take hits from Zapdos and the... whatchamacallit? Wow, I'm blinking. The Gardevoir, the Mega Gardevoir, as long as it's not Psyshock. As well as special Dragapult and then not Earth Power from like Nidoking. Didn't want to have like a setup physical Dragapult or like a plus attack Kartana from Beast Boost, so we ran Unaware. Wanted to just hazard stack him and Toxic Stall the Zapdos. We're running FizzDev Mega Scizor. I didn't have Slowbro this week, so Scizor had to fill in the physical wall, which it does pretty well. The defense and HP is to take 2 Choice Band Sacred Swords from Kartana. Not that I do much back, but I could just roost off the damage, so it's alright. Now we have our lead Zoroark here with Shadow Ball and Hyper Voice as our dual stab, and then Nasty Plot Agility. The plan is to lead Zoroark and get an agility off. If I can get a Nasty Plot off, that would also work. With the Focus Sash, we always guarantee to live 1 hit. And I actually do plan, well, I say plan, but the battle's already happened. I lead it disguised as Meowscarada, which is the 4th member. Meowscarada really doesn't have too good of a matchup here, in my opinion, but Zoroark really likes to disguise itself as Meowscarada, since Meowscarada baits fighting moves, especially from something like Terrakion. The only thing is static Zapdos could shut it down if I get paralyzed, but that's alright. Enough speed to outspeed Kartana if it's Choice Scarfed as well. Rotom's here just to be annoying this week. It also shuts down the Zapdos pretty well. Zapdos is a common issue for my team. Overheat, Volt Switch. I put Discharge over Thunderbolt just because there wasn't really a damage roll that I needed Thunderbolt for. And I really wanted to get more paras, not just T-Waving, but do damage through Discharge. And then we have... the last Pokemon is our Iron Valiant, fully special set, Moonblast, Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere, Psychic. I had 4 move slot syndrome really bad with Valiant this week, so I just went with 4 attacking moves with the speed boost to outspeed his entire team. Alright, we're going to hop into the battle. Alright, welcome to my Week 5 battle versus my good buddy Cprime. I am super, super excited for this battle, and I'm also super, super nervous. As I said in the team breakdown, there was no, like, mocking or anything for this battle. Usually me and Cprime, like, mock together for our battles, and we talk with each other about our builds. And obviously, since we're fighting each other, we couldn't do that. So neither of us got any outside help on our fights. I haven't tested this team at all. And so that makes it a little more scary, but I'm gonna send the challenge here. And we're gonna try to get into it here. The lead Zoroark is very risky, but that's what the set's built for, so I have to go for it. I can't not. So hopefully he accepts this. I'm gonna make a cut whenever he accepts the battle. We'll be back. I also don't know what I'm disguising it as. I think I'm disguising it as Meowscarada. My heart's beating a little bit. I'm nervous here. Okay, so I'm gonna lead Zoroark, disguised as Meowscarada, and we agility. Okay. All right, let's do this. I'm so scared. This disguise needs to work. Like, ugh. Usually, I don't ever use lead Zoroark, so... okay. Holy crap, this is perfect. This is perfect, this is perfect. Please, 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 please close combat. Please close combat me. Or switch. He should... don't read this as being Zoroark. Please, man. Because he should be scared because Meowscarada naturally outspeeds Terrakion. So, because if I get agility and Nasty Plot off, it's GG's. He can't win. And so Zoroark, imagine Zoroark 6-0 is this. All this like hype for this battle, and it just, oh man. The best play is he close combats here. Switching works too. Okay. I Nasty Plot. Because we have Focus Sash. We don't die to any hit here. I outspeed his entire team now too. Even Choice Scarfer's everything. Unless it's Choice Scarf Dragapult, actually. But it says Shadow Ball kills here. Do I want to try to keep my Focus Sash intact? Is the question. I'm gonna Shadow Ball. Okay, that's one kill. Focus Sash still intact. Okay, all right. He said, you guys can't see it right now in chat, but he said, I knew it. What he doesn't know is that I have a Focus Sash still. And so the one thing too is Zapdos maybe like a discharge para would be good, bad, or if he like T-waved or something. I'm so nervous. My heart's beating. I haven't been this nervous for a battle in a long time. He is undefeated too currently, so if he loses here, this is his first L of the season. And I think he's struggling. I don't think he knows what to do here. The only thing, too, that I guess could stop me right now is Choice Scarf Dragapult with Dragon Darts, maybe. But I don't think he prepped for, agility. Zoroark. Alright, we're just gonna Nasty Plot. If he's Assault Vest, he lives as well, but that's alright. I think, let me... Yeah, he has a chance to if he's just Assault Vest with no bulk. But it took him a while. Alright. Sludge Wave. Give me 1 second. I think that has to be Life Orb. Oh wait, it's not Sheer Force. No, I think that still has to be Life Orb. Yeah, that's Life Orb, so yeah, he dies here. Oh, Zoroark is just putting in the work this week. He's been pretty lackluster this season. I have used, like I said, I've used Zoroark in a past league, and it was really good for me. And this season, it's been, I just haven't had a chance. And now it's showing what it can do. The lead with Terrakion, too, was just super clutch for it. Being able to not get hit. He said, well, GG's. Oh, no. Did I actually do it? Did I actually sweep him? This says it has a 68% chance to kill. Oh! It actually lived. It died to Life Orb, though. Okay. Alright, it's not over yet. I could just go Valiant now, but... Do I want to do that? I think I need to weaken the Zapdos before I go Valiant. That was a roll on that Terrakion, which is crazy. I did not know that. Alright, perfect. I'm going to just discharge here once. This might Toxic, but I don't really care what this Zapdos does. I originally had Zoroark as choice specs too. I'm so glad I changed it. I thought that if I could get that to happen, it would be really good. And I was modest. I was modest max special attack, so that's crazy that Terrakion could live that. Just naturally, no bulk. If he goes Gardevoir or he doesn't switch, okay. Is Hurricane his best move to hit me? Because if so, that's not good for him. Not even like Toxic. I'm kind of surprised no Toxic. That's at least how I would try to get rid of this Rotom, because Rotom stops his Zapdos pretty good. Otherwise, and it needed to. This and Clodsire were how I had to get rid of Zapdos, because Zapdos shuts down Meowscarada pretty well. And I was even not gonna bring it. I was actually gonna throw Vanillux on the team over it, but you know, here we are. What's he gonna do? Come on. He probably doesn't switch. He probably doesn't want to get paralyzed or anything. Oh. 30%. Yep. Yes, sir. Leftovers pull. Interesting. Let's Volt Switch out of here. Man, I kind of feel bad. I'm getting the hacks here. It is 30%. I crit. Okay. All right. That's wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what's gonna happen here. I don't outspeed this, so we'll just bullet punch here. If he fire moves us, he fire moves us. We'll get rid of the sub here. I assume if he is leftover sub, he was a physical set though, so maybe no fire move. Probably just Terra Blast Ghost, maybe? Terra Ghost. We'll find out. Yeah, he Dragon Dances. Bullet Punch doesn't kill here either, so. But he won't. Oh. What? Oh, my Calc has him at max HP. That's why it said it didn't kill. Okay. Just gonna go back out to Rotom here. Probably heavy duty boots since I don't see leftovers, which I mean that makes sense. I'm just gonna Thunder Wave this. I'm not gonna try to like discharge it or anything, because this thing hits hard. I mean, yeah. Ouch. We'll go Scizor. Oof. Oh my goodness. So outside of the sweep on Zoroark, he got so unlucky with hacks. That's incredible. I'm gonna hop into a post-game interview with him like right now, so hold up just a second. I'll be right back. All right, I am here with Cprime after our battle. Dude, you got hacked to hell.
Yeah. So I want to talk about something before that. I, this is how well I know you. I'm like, he's leading Meowscarada, right?
Okay.
Then I'm like, he's gonna hide, he's gonna illusion Zoroark. That thought went through my head. With a thought that didn't go through my head was agility Zoroark, right? Because I led Kartana, right? That was my lead.
Well, no, you let Terrakion.
Yeah, I led Terrakion, just in case you led anything else. My thing is, if it's Zoroark, I go to Kartana and I one shot,
You didn't even
right? Because
have
I take one.
you didn't even have fighting move. I was sitting there. It's Meows. It's Zoroark disguised as Meowscarada against Terrakion. I said, please close combat, please close combat, please close combat, and you didn't even have it.
No, there was no point to. Megahorn just hit better.
That's fair.
Megahorn is there for the slow, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like me to run you through my team?
I mean, I got it pulled up here.
Yeah, like why stuff is as it is, because there is some weird stuff.
Yeah, we'll go through it just a second though. I want to. So I originally was gonna bring choice specs Zoroark, just sweeper at the end like I usually do. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I think I could do some shit here. You know, I think I could pull something off. And so I start doing a little bit of calcing and I realize I can run modest max special attack Zoroark with agility and outspeed your entire team. And I'm like, all right, well, for shits and giggles, I don't need anything besides Hyper Voice and Shadow Ball. I didn't really think Terrakion would live a Shadow Ball, I'm not going to lie to you, until like, literally you sent it out and I said, holy shit, it's only a 68% chance to kill. But anyway, so I was like, I'll just fucking throw Nasty Plot on there, you know, because, like, if I get a free agility, I mean, at that point, I had a Focus Sash. So I would have gotten the free Nasty Plot, and dude, I was so shocked Terrakion lived.
That's what I said. GG's because my calc said I was dead.
I was modest. You did have some investment, so you had a better chance than like whatever mine said to kill.
Yeah, and that investment is just leftovers because Terrakion only needed to outspeed Haxorus.
Well, Terrakion's life orb, not leftovers.
The HP investment.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said leftovers, which confused me.
Sure. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I didn't hear when I said that.
I figured Choice Scarf Kartana, which my Valiant would have outsped by 1 point after booster, which you didn't even get to see that. So here, I didn't even send you my sets. I'll just share my screen. It's easier since.
Was it physical? Special.
Special. It was just 4 attacks.
No Shadow Ball?
For what?
Gardevoir?
Moonblast was like a 2-hit KO still, I think.
I'm max special defense, max HP on Gardevoir.
Oh, are you really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I lived 3 Shadow Balls.
Oh, you didn't even have
I lived a Shadow Ball at +3.
Really?
Yeah, there is the reason I wanted to explain my team with you, because these things are EV'd to play against Valiant. So Gardevoir is if it's special Valiant, obviously.
Okay.
And then Zapdos is if it's physical Valiant. And that's the only reason I'm running Yachi Berry on it, because the only thing that threatens Zapdos from Valiant is Ice Punch. And then Hurricane one-shots. If you're you would need a good amount of investment to live.
Okay, all right. So for me, right, the 2 things I'm most scared of on this team, all right, and this is gonna sound crazy. Stantler and Zapdos.
Okay, I get the Zapdos because it walls you pretty well. Why the Stantler?
Eviolite Stantler, kind of with some Spadef, Zoroark can't really beat.
Oh.
And so I was terrified of that showing up for that reason, for Zoroark. And I was, if that had happened, I wouldn't have been able to lead Zoroark. And at that point, the Focus Sash was useless because I'd assume maybe Hazard. I had no Hazard control. But to handle at least the Zapdos, I had Rotom, which I figured couldn't touch me. And I was going to run T-Bolt, but at last minute, I was like, I'm already running T-Wave. Let's just fucking put Discharge on here and just go all out with Para. Which obviously...
That saved you.
Yeah, the Dragapult getting paralyzed was clutch.
That was like my own, like, Dragapult in that scenario. Like, I sent Zapdos out to die. right? Then I'm like, wait, I wasn't scared so much about T-Wave as I was Will-O-Wisp, because if you Will-O-Wisp me, it's basically the same thing. Um, but Dragapult was my only win con because at +2, I'm if you don't have any Scarfers, um I just one shot most of your team.
Which Meowscarada was scarfed. Meowscarada, honest to God, if it wasn't for Zoroark, wouldn't have been in this battle. Because of Zapdos. If Meowscarada gets staticked, it's useless to me. But I also wanted a Scarfer, so I left it on there just in case, as well as for Kartana, because again, I know you and your Scarf Kartana, so I'm pretty sure that's what.
There was no other Kartana to bring this week. Like I tried Choice Band, I tried Life Orb too, but like I needed the speed if I wanted to, you know,
Gotcha.
if I wanted to make a difference.
With Agility Zoroark, I only had to run 24 speed EVs.
I'm upset. I thought about leaving Kartana, and if I led Kartana, it was so good for me.
I mean, yeah, but I still had Focus Dash. I always Agility first.
Yeah, you did have Soaker.
So,
You're right.
At least
But
the
you
nasty
said
plot wouldn't have gotten off.
you had mentioned Terrakion not be like, yeah, it dies to 2 bullet punches, but it puts in work, dude. Earthquake is 80% to Clodsire, and then Megahorn is 80% to Slowking or Slowbro. Yeah.
There's no chance I was bringing Slowbro this week at all.
Either way, if I catch you on a Meowscarada switch,
I was
just huge.
I was also shocked no water type came for Scizor.
I didn't see a point. Like the mons I brought, like I was so scared of the Valiant that like I had moves for the other stuff, but I needed to shut that down.
And it didn't even come out.
Yeah.
Right when Zoroark died, I was like, let me just go Valiant. And I was like, I don't think that. I was like, I knew Gardevoir needed to get weakened before Valiant could come out. But Clodsire, dude, Clodsire's whole job was to like shut down Zapdos. Which, did you have Defog?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna just spike stack. I didn't have a way to touch Zapdos besides Toxic. But I didn't really need to. It was just there to Toxic stall it. I was unaware, so I wasn't too scared of Dragapult either.
Gardevoir was my answer to Clodsire with Psyshock.
Gotcha. Yeah,
because
does a ton, I assume.
I figured you wanted a hazard stack.
Yep. Because I didn't want to deal with them. I didn't want to get rid of them. Dude, I ran FizzDev Scizor, I'm pretty sure, every single week.
Yeah, when you have Clodsire, you don't need special bulk.
I mean, yeah, but I have Slowbro for the physical bulk, and yet I still this 48 attack EVs in Scizor is the most I've ran in attack.
Wow.
And there was a reason for that. I wrote that down. The defense is to take 2 Choice Band Sacred Swords with rocks damage from Kartana. So I only needed the 212 for that. So I didn't. That's why I put a little bit extra into the attack.
So I mentioned this. I mentioned that there was a mon I was scared of, and it was Vanillix.
You know, last second when before we battled, and I was like, I might change this. I was thinking about getting rid of Meowscarada for Vanillix.
Because I was expecting that lead. My lead was always Terrakion. I never thought otherwise, and that's the reason I'm running Life Orb. So I'm running, I told you, 168 Adamant or 168 Jolly to outspeed Haxorus. And then I had to run Life Orb if I wanted to one-shot the Vanillix. Because you would have to run...
What do you one-shot it with? Stone Edge?
Yeah.
That's so risky, man. That's why close combat's just better, in my opinion. Because you're not risking that 80%.
I needed Stone Edge for the Rotom Heat. Because I expected...
Ironhead's for Valiant.
Yeah,
See,
just a switch.
I was going to say, I guess that's the only thing where it's like, I guess I would have put close combat over Ironhead just because Ironhead's way too situational, in my opinion. Like, it's like, on the off chance that I happen to send it out in front of Terrakion kind of thing, which wouldn't be the smartest decision in the first place, but...
Oh, the reason I'm not running Fighting Move is because if I wanted to win this battle, I needed the tempo, right? and I can't be losing tempo by you switching in a Zoroark on a fighting move. You know, so I just
Yeah.
completely eliminated it because first of all, I didn't need it. Second of all, like, let's say I lead Terrakion, right? You lead Vanillux. I calced it to where slow, like you're switching to Terrakion's probably Slowbro or something like that, right? Or Scizor.
Scizor. Yeah.
I calced it to where Slowbro dies to Stone Edge plus Megahorn or
Okay.
Mega, yeah. So I was planning. I wasn't. My whole plan wasn't to one shot Vanillux. It was more to hit, um hit everything as hard as I can with Stone Edge,
What's
and then clean up with the other move.
what's Psycho Cut for?
Just a way to hit Clodsire. Like it was just pick a last move. I don't really,
Gotcha.
it's not there for a specific reason. But yeah, the Pult's the only set that which was whatever. Like I didn't like I could have run Scarf, but Scarf is I'm stuck into a move when you have a ton of
Yeah.
immunities to my stabs.
Yeah. I was sitting there. It was when you were behind a substitute. I had Scizor out. I was like, all right, possible fire move here. But this is me too. This is how good I know you. I was like, but since he has substitute, I said he's probably sub Dragon Dance, Darts, Terra Ghost, Terra Blast, and sure enough,
Yeah, because the count like I didn't need a fire move for Scissor if I was at +1. I always two shot with Terra Ghost, Terra Blast.
gotcha. And I was sitting there after I broke the sub. You were at like 37, 31%, and my calc was like, yeah, you have like a 6% chance to kill. I was like, holy shit! I was like, is this one really that weak? And then I killed you, and I was like, what? And I look, and it had this fucking max HP, max defense Dragapult. Like, what the fuck is this?
Who would ever run this?
I think it was like a light clay reflect light screen set or something.
Oh yeah,
It
it's
was-
okay.
Yeah.
So if you go to my set to the Nidoking sets, to the Nidoking set, it's you see how it's got no speed investment.
But a plus nature.
Yeah, that's for Scizor. Because you would have like Bullet Punch hits me, but it doesn't. I have to be like well under half to die.
So that gets you to 226.
To run like a ton of
Oh,
speed.
I'm 186.
Yeah, like my thing is I didn't need I was originally running Modest, but earlier today I'm like I don't need Modest. Like I still bop everything that everything that switches in on me.
When I
So might as well
go ahead.
guarantee outspeed Scizor. And I just eat bullet punches.
Fair. When it was Nidoking versus Zoroark, I was like, all right, he might be Assault Vest. I was like, he lives +2 Assault if he's Assault Vest. And then you hit me, and I was like, all right, let me calc that damage. I was like, nope, definitely Life Orb. I was like, guaranteed, has to be.
Oh, Earth Power killed. The reason I didn't click it is if what's your flying type? If you switch Rotom Heat, it was just kind of bad.
Still again had Focus Sash at that point.
Oh, true.
So
But you get the idea. That's just explaining a bit of my process.
Dude, I put all that
Yeah,
HP
dude.
into Zoroark just because I literally didn't need it for anything else. But
Max HP Sash, kind of nuts.
yeah.
That's funny. Other than that, what else?
I think that's about it.
I had some stuff on here. Yeah, so Dragapult, like I wanted to run Terra Fairy. I really wanted to run Terra Fairy because it plays better into your whole team. The only problem with Terra Fairy is Scizor.
Yeah, shuts you down. I mean, which Scizor did anyway, but
Yeah, because I needed the combination of Dragon Darts plus another move if I'm running Substitute. Because once again, Scizor resists. Like Scizor was just a problem for Dragapult. I shouldn't even have brought it. Thinking
take it back. I really thought Volcanion was coming for it because it quad resists Bullet Punch, but
Oh, Volcanion was on my original team. I've rebuilt this team 3 times, and like each time it's gotten better. I just wasn't expecting Agility, Nasty Plot, Zoroark lead.
dude, I can't believe that worked.
But Volcanion was running. It was running some crazy stuff. It was running Roar, first of all.
I mean, that's not
Roar.
a bad tech move.
Yeah, but I needed other moves is the problem. But I valued Roar because if I roar your Valiant, it loses its speed boost, and then Kartana just puts in work against it. The other thing is, it was max SPDEF, max HP. It was supposed to be my special answer to Valiant, but the thing is, I calc Gardevoir. I'm like, I live 3 Shadow Balls. Like, I don't like, it's. I'll take the Gardevoir because I'm already running it.
Wish as well, where your best way to heal with fucking Volcanion is rest.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you calc this, but Hyper Voice into Valiant just bodies it.
Oh, absolutely.
And so does the Aura Sphere if you're Terra Steel. That was my Gardevoir set. Like, I changed Aura Sphere today. I was running Calm Mind.
Okay, Calm Mind would have been pretty good too.
It would have, but I just thought because I assumed you were just running Terra Steel. Oh, you're running Terra Fairy. Kind of nuts.
I don't even think I paid attention to it. Like I said, I built this team, went to work, didn't look at it again until today.
That battle off.
All right,
that hurt me.
I think that's about it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you like these interviews, let me know. I might do them in the future. It was just easier to do it here because we were gonna hop into a call anyway and talk about it. So, might as well record it. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.